tonight has lived the dream so many artists in this room are chasing. He's had a #1 at country radio with his hit Love You Like That. Released music on Mercury Nashville. Worked closely with Florida Georgia Line through Tree Vibes Music. He's written songs for a ton of artists. And he's seen the music business from every single angle. Everybody, please give it up for Canaan Smith.
Great. It's good to be here. What's up, everybody? How we doing?
Hell yeah. I'm going to explain the show to you and explain the show to everybody out there that might not know what's going on. This show's called Playlisted. We're going to have artists come up on stage. I don't know if you've ever seen Kill Tony, but this is Nashville's Kill Tony. They're going to come up on stage. They're going to sing a song. We're going to give them honest feedback. And, I try to bring guests up on stage that have seen it all, done it all, and really know the ins and outs of this business, and you're just the perfect person to have. So why don't you introduce yourself and tell everybody a little bit about who you are.
Yeah, Canaan Smith. I'm from Virginia. Any Virginians in the house? Or anybody? Yeah, let's go. I moved here in 2005. Nashville was a different town back then, but it was great because I kind of had to start from scratch. There wasn't even a MySpace yet, let alone Facebook or TikTok or YouTube or any of that. And so we just passed around our CDs to local bar owners and asked if we could play. And that's what I did. And finally just met the right people at the right time and kept on going. And signed a publishing deal first, then a record deal after that. And it's been a crazy ride, man. This town's been really good to me. It's been rewarding. It's been disappointing. It's been everything in between. But I love what I do so much. And after all these years, 22 years here now, it feels like I'm just getting started somehow, which is a cool feeling. I feel like I'm in a creative stride that's unique to just this season of life. You know, you can't create inspiration. Inspiration has to just exist around you, and you look for it and you find it, and the best way to do that is to just live life. And so this season of life in particular, my wife and I have 2 kids. I'm signed to a publishing company ran by Tyler Hubbard, and he's a great publisher, and I'm getting in some really good rooms and some great opportunities. So it's just a good season creatively, and I feel like a blessed man to still be doing it.
That's awesome, man. I'm pumped for you, and that's what it's all about. I think it's a common theme on the show, hearing about just finding creativity. Where does that come from? So we'll talk a little bit more about that. We do have a special guest of the podcast, Miss Sarah Hardwig. Why don't you come on up here and get set? Every night we have artists perform, and just by performing, it takes a lot of guts to get up on stage and be, not judged, but your song gets talked about, right? Like we have an honest conversation about what we think about the song. And just by coming up here, the show's called Playlisted. We have 3 different playlists. The first one is the roster. And just by showing up, you make the roster. You can check out these playlists on Apple Music and Spotify. And then if you do a really good job, we put you on rotation, where we let the fans decide if it goes up or down. And if you make rotation, you're going to hear the Pantalones music, and it goes like this. That is rotation. It's just like country radio, where you spin it and see what the people think. And if you really crush it, it doesn't happen often, but sometimes it does. You make something called the A-list, and you're going to hear this sound. That is the A-list. But there are very few who have not only been on the roster, not only been on rotation, not only been on the A-list, but they become playlisted regulars, and Miss Sarah Hardwig is a playlisted regular.
Let's go.
She is awesome. She's so talented, and we're lucky to have her. Miss Sarah, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Are
Awesome.
you ready to start out the show for us?
I am, yes.
What are you singing for us?
I'm going to be singing a song I wrote with Elena Carroll, and it's a song that's called Feel You in This Town.
Feel You in This Town. All right, everybody give it up for Sarah Hardwig singing her song, Feel You in This Town.
I met you at a patio bar on the south side of 5th Street. Breeze was blowing, string lights glowing in the summer heat. You said you didn't like the crowds, well, neither did I. It's safe to say I knew I wouldn't be leaving alone that night. Well, 3 months felt like 3 days, then you moved to LA. Well, you said you needed to find your way in a better place, and that's why I can't stop thinking of your goodbye. And I see reminders of you all the time. I'm going crazy, running in circles without you around. I know nothing's gonna change if I don't get out, but I still feel you in this town, in this town. I still smell the coffee on your breath when I pass that cafe sign, and we take a trip down to the lake and swim to the other side. Well, I still think of what could have been when I hear those church bells chime, and that's why I can't stop thinking of your goodbye. And I see reminders of you all the time. I'm going crazy, running in circles without you around. Well, I know nothing's gonna change if I don't get out, but I still feel you in this town. Oh. Well, maybe moving to LA wouldn't change a damn thing, but maybe the truth to moving on is the right way to get you gone. And I can't stop thinking of your goodbye. And I see reminders of you all the time. I'm going crazy, running in circles without you around. Well, I know nothing's gonna change if I don't get out. Oh, but I'm getting used to that notion now. I still feel you in this town, in this town. Feel you in this town, in this town.
Sarah Hardaway.
Thank you.
I love that one. So Sarah, you said that was a new song, right?
Yeah, I wrote it a couple months ago, actually.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Thank you.
Very cool. Man, I tell you this every time you have performed, but my favorite part about you is we talk a lot about the color in songwriting.
Yeah.
And, you know, obviously you can't see color, but
Right.
you can write the hell out of some color. And
Thank you.
your descriptors and the way that you, even the title, just feel you in this town. Every line in that song led to the hook, and you wrote the hell out of it. And
Thank you.
It's cool. I think I really related to that song just because of how much of the feel you put into the lyrics.
Thank
So
you.
Very,
Thank you very
well
much.
done. Very well done.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, that was awesome, Sarah. Hey, I've met you before too a few
Yes.
times.
Yes.
At some meet and greets at CMA and whatnot, and I didn't know you could sing, let alone write. But
Oh.
that was awesome.
Thank you very
really Cool
much.
surprise there. You got a beautiful voice.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I liked the play on words with you said something about circles, and then you put the word around right after that. What line was it? Can you remind me? It's in the first verse, I think.
I think it's in. Wait, is it in the first verse or the wait? I'm going crazy, running in circles without you around.
Yeah, I thought that was really clever. The circles and around thing was cool.
You know what? I didn't even realize that I did that until you pointed that out.
Nice.
So thank you.
Well, you should have claimed it as on purpose, 'cause that's really good.
Thank you.
I agree with Austin that there was like great pictures of the memories.
Thank you.
And I also love the chord changes in the bridge. I thought that was really musically intelligent.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And the overall structure of the song felt like the right format for, like a well-crafted user or listener-friendly song.
Good.
The hook
you.
felt to me, if I'm being totally honest, the hook feels like it needs a little souping up. Feel you in this town. I'd rather. You're still good at saying things in pictures. I'd rather the hook itself. You'd apply that same principle to the hook.
I got you.
Especially by the end, the last time it drops out, it feels like a little bit tacked on.
Yeah.
So that's my feedback. But you're
Gotcha.
great. Yeah, keep it up. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Sarah, what's new? You've been writing a lot. You've been playing out a lot.
Yeah, I've been writing, playing, and I'm trying to get some new music released. I played a song on this podcast. I think it was a month and a half ago, maybe a couple months ago, called "Breaking Away," and I'm trying to get that song out into the world along with a couple others. So we're just trying to get everything finalized with that.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. And just I put it on there, but remind people how they can follow you, because if you're a fan of the Playlisted podcast and you're watching this show or you support the show, you got to support Miss Sarah. She's so talented, and she's going to have a lot of success. And I feel lucky to have you be a part of this show early on, because I really think you got such a bright future.
Yeah, so you can follow me. I'm on socials: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the things. Sarah with an H. And then Hardwig, Hardwig. I also have some music out on Apple Music and Spotify and all the streaming platforms, with new music coming soon. And you can keep up to date with me at sarahhardwig.com.
Bang. Let's go. Like a pro. Sarah, when that song comes out, you know the deal. You're used to this sound. You're the best. It's good to see you. Thank you so much. And thanks for starting the show out, showing them how it's done. That's how it's done.
Thank you very
Come
much.
on. All right. Let's dive into the hat. We're going to get the hat going. You can draw a name out of there.
Oh, sweet.
Here we go.
Are these the performers tonight?
These are the performers.
First up, Reese Burke.
Great last name, by the way.
Reese.
Is Reese here?
Reese, where you at? Reese Burke.
Oh, yeah. There we
Come
go.
on,
There we go.
damn.
Come on, Reese.
What up, Reese? Oh, it's a girl. Hi, Reese.
We also have the bucket tonight. There are quite a few names from signups this week. If you want to perform tonight, put your name in the bucket. Just like Kill Tony, this show is going to be nothing but bucket pulls pretty soon. So we're heading that direction. But man, you got a song out right now as a songwriter with Tyler Hubbard.
Oh, yeah.
Called Land.
Yeah, Land.
Tell me about that song and what it means to you.
Yeah, dude, we wrote that song last year. It was me and Tyler and Zach Abend and Madeline James. And Tyler had the title. He wanted to write a song called Land. He likes those one-word titles. Yeah. And that one in particular just felt like it had something to say. I like the idea of, like, life in general is not a flat line, straight road. It takes so many ups and downs and turns and twists. And it's when you fall, it's about how you land that matters more than anything in life. Like the principle of the song, the message of the song is that, after you're done chasing your dreams, make sure that when you come back down, you've got the people around you in your life that will be a safe place to land. That land is not just about the piece of the plot, the dirt that you buy. It's how you land and who you land with. So I think that I relate to that. My wife is definitely that role in my life where I can always feel grounded when I come back home from the road or whatever. I just feel like I've landed where I'm supposed to. So that song I feel like is definitely striking a chord with people, just because it's about more than the surface title. If you dig deeper and listen to the lyric, it's got a lot to say.
Absolutely. No, it's a special one, man, for sure. And you've been close with the FGL boys for a while, right? Like, I remember back in the day, you were signed to their publishing company and everything, and you said you still are with Tyler?
Yeah, and before that, it was back in 2005 when I moved to town, or 2006 when I met Tyler and Brian for the first time. We all went to Belmont together. Yeah, so we were writing songs after class way back in 2006.
That's crazy. So what do you think about them getting back together?
I love it. I'm so happy that they're friends, and that their friendship has endured. Most of all, that's what's the win in the grand scheme of things, is that two friends can continue to be friends. And then the bonus for everybody else is that they're going to play some shows and maybe release some new music. So I'm here for it. I love it.
I love it, man. I'm excited. I'm a big FGL fan. They're one of my favorite bands, so I'm pumped for sure.
Hey, bro.
All right, Miss Reese, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Great last name, I got to say. Amazing last name.
Are you Australian? Australian?
No,
Where are you from?
just really southern.
Oh gosh, I hear it now.
Damn, you're
Hell yeah.
You're so southern.
Where are
we
you
thought you were
from?
from the southern part of the world.
I'm from Heflin, Alabama.
What
Yes,
is that?
you are.
And you'll
What town is it?
never have heard of it.
Where? Say it again.
Heflin.
Heflin?
Yep.
Damn. All right. Everybody give it up for Reese Burke singing her song, Running with the Reckless.
Not quite black velvet, more like white satin. I'll tell it as it happened. I stole the show, he stole the heart of a redhead behind the bar. He was a mystery to me, like the look in his eyes and the things he implied. Sweet talker smoking in the shadows, and all of a sudden I need a light. Before I know it, it's old school Wranglers on new car leather in the heat of the night. The seasons of life as they change, color me helpless. My thinking is wishful, youthful hope by the fistful, running with the reckless. My cheeks are painted cherry, with my hand of lime, my perfect crime. I sway in the dark, I pray my heart is safe in his calloused hands. Once a mystery to me, now he's the only one who understands. Sweet talker smoking in the shadows, and all of a sudden I need a light. Before I know it, it's old school Wranglers on new car leather in the heat of the night. The seasons of life as they change, color me helpless. My thinking is wishful, youthful by the fistful, running with the reckless. And if he becomes a memory, I don't care to replace it. If the end is near, I don't care to face it. 'Cause myself or someone like me will always be buried in the back roads. I can feel him on a Saturday night, drumming with my eyes closed. Sweet talker smoking in the shadows, and all of a sudden I need a light. Before I know it, it's old school Wranglers on new car leather in the heat of the night. The seasons of life as they change, color me helpless. My thinking is wishful, youthful by the fistful, running with the reckless. A soul that begs to be saved is so often reckless. Thank you.
Miss Reese, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good, good. You're from Alabama. How old are you?
I am 20.
20. Very cool. Very
Well, I'll be
cool.
20 this week.
Oh, no way.
Yep.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
That's awesome. So you got a trip to Nashville then to celebrate your birthday?
Yep.
I love it. I
Fit
love
it
it.
in.
All right, so tell me about that song.
So that song is funny because I've been writing an album for about the past 2 years, writing and recording it. It's almost done finally. And so that song, my producer, I send him everything I write as I write it. And about this situation, I went straight to the breakup songs. I just skipped all the happiness, went straight to the breakup. So I was sending him all these songs, and he was like, Reese, you got to write something upbeat. I'm tired of listening to this. And so I sat down, I set a metronome, and I was like, okay, happy. And I just had to kind of like time travel to even write that song.
I got you. So did you go through a bad breakup or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that.
The gist of it is that I was with a guy, and then 6 months after we were together, he was engaged. So the album's going to be real good.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
There's a lot of good information in there.
Oh, no. Man, so did you write that song by yourself?
I did.
Okay, very cool. Have you ever co-written before?
I have not.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay. So, interesting turn for me because Sarah, my compliment was the color she had in the song.
Yeah.
This one almost had too much color. It was so descriptive that I feel like some of it might have been like song titles within itself, right? Like there was some really cool lines like, my cheeks were painted cherry. Like I mean, some of the stuff you said was really cool, but I think my favorite part of the song was the very last part when you said it might be a death wish running with the reckless.
Yeah.
That's the hook.
Yeah.
That is the hook. And I know you saved it for the end, but if I was a songwriter, I am a songwriter, you're a songwriter, but if I was writing with you in that, when we wrote that song, I would say, oh, might be a death wish running with the reckless.
Yeah.
That is awesome. And so my only feedback is I think I wanted that throughout the choruses. And then I think you can just kind of, what us songwriters do in Nashville is we trim the fat. So we go and like, instead of saying, kind of talking around what you want to say, we say, this is exactly what I want to talk about. And I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It was great. A lot of cool pictures and whatnot, like Austin said. But I kind of got lost in the storyline a few times. So kind of just simplify would be my advice. But you look like an artist. You look awesome. I love your look.
Thank you.
You sound good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think the best advice.
19 years old. 19.
19, yeah, and doing it all yourself, not with no help. That's awesome. So you should be proud of that. But yeah, just work on kind of like economy of words, we call it too. Like simplifying and trimming the fat's the best way to say it. Just because the listener, we're very ADD, and so if we're having to try to figure out what the song is about, that's we don't want to work when we listen to music. So I would just say, like, do your best to go back to the drawing board on that one and see, like, where could the listener be led to the moral of the story a little easier. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna dive a little deeper. So you had a bad breakup. He's now engaged, and a lot of the songs from the album are about that experience. Mm-hmm. What specifically was that song that you just sang us about?
That was about the beginning of it.
The beginning.
The beginning and kind of during.
So you kind of had a feeling.
It was before the bad part.
You had a feeling he was reckless, and it was going to go, like it did.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, again, I feel like it might be a death wish. Running with the reckless is really cool. And I think that if you could go back and find the coolness in that and sort of the specifics. I know you were very specific about like the Wranglers and the leather seats and all. I loved all that, but I think it's more about why. How did you know he was reckless?
Yeah.
Like, what are the things? Like, what were the warning signs? What were the specifics about that? Because, and again, I think this is
the
a great.
The rest of the songs get into those too.
Exactly, and I know it's an album, so that's really cool too. I love that, but I think you need to take so many of those descriptors in that song and write new songs just on those.
Yeah.
Like, it was really, really good. Like, some of the lines you had were bars.
Thank
so
you.
those are hooks within the song. So, I don't know. Anything else you got for her?
No, I think you said it all, man. That's good feedback. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anything you're excited about? You said you got the new album.
Yes, it should be coming out very, very soon. It's very close to being finished.
Amazing. And what do you like to do besides music?
That's it.
That's it?
I mean, I'm in school, but that's not
Okay.
that's not fun.
Are you in high school or college?
College,
Okay. And where do you go to college?
Auburn University.
Oh, War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
You play music there?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay. So my next piece of advice, you have an awesome opportunity to be in college playing music, writing. Do as much as you can. Try to get to Nashville and write with some people, because I think it's going to be really helpful for you. I know you're at Auburn University. Like, lean into that. Own that time of your life. Try to play at many bars as you can. Some of the biggest artists we've had, like we had Cole Swindell up here, and he talked about playing it at Georgia Southern and playing in all those bars there. So, like, be where you're at. Just own that and try to build a fan base at Auburn, because they'll follow you everywhere. You know. So this is your time to do that.
Perfect.
But yeah, great last name. I think you got a lot of the tools. You just got to get them all together, and I'm excited to see what's next for you.
Thank
so
you.
everybody give it up for Reese Burke. Come on.
Good job, Reese. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. All right, let's get the next name out. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? What do we got?
Andrew Mathews.
Andrew Mathews. Come on.
Yeah, come on, buddy.
We do have the bucket. Don't forget about the bucket. Anybody wants to put their name in the bucket? It's right there, ready to go. I just got to ask this question because I know I'm going to pull this name out. Do we have somebody really named Luke Bryan? Is there somebody put Luke Bryan's name in there? And I was like, I don't know. So, all right. Man. So tell me a little bit about your journey. You know, you said you moved here in 2005 and you went to Belmont. Tell me about, like, what did Belmont teach you about music? Give me the advantages and disadvantages of going to Belmont, because I hear so many different things.
I loved it. I loved my time at Belmont. I had already gotten a degree in audio engineering before I went to Belmont, and so I decided not to spend more money on a music degree.
Love that.
I just got a marketing degree at Belmont. But just being there meant that I was around artists and songwriters, because that's the majority of the population. So I just plugged myself in and found my circle. I learned that there's a lot of talented people in this town, and it kind of, showed me where the bar was at, and it made me want it even more and want to work harder to be the top of my game, because that's what you have to be in this town to compete, now more than ever. But even back then, it was just pretty obvious, coming from Virginia, where in my little town only a few people play music, to Nashville, where that's what everybody does, and they're amazing at it. It kind of made me sharpen my skills and want to do my best and get better. So that was a really valuable education in and of itself. Just seeing where the bar was set,
For sure. No, you're in it. It's some of the best in the world, All right, so you go to Belmont, you graduate with a marketing degree. That's crazy. And you had a recording degree before, audio engineering degree before? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about next steps. So you get your degree, and then you're out in the real world. Like, do you get a publishing deal right away? Like, how does this journey go after Belmont?
So I was writing songs, obviously, the whole time I was there. And my roommate at the time was Stephen Lyles from a band called Love and Theft. And he and his band signed a record deal with Lyric Street Records, same label that Rascal Flatts was on back in the day. And so they got a record deal, and we had written a song called Runaway together, and the label decided that was going to be the first single. And I didn't have a publishing deal or anything, and I had a song coming out on the radio, so I got a publishing deal just from that. Signed a really good one, and that was in 2009. So I was out of school for 2 years, and in that 2-year interim, I was just writing songs and working as a janitor at a condominium, just mopping floors and taking out trash and writing songs on the side and hustling. And
Was that the job that still allowed you to write songs, though?
yeah, that's the one that it gave me enough money. And, the hours were just right so that I could clock out and still have energy in the tank to be able to go and write a song. And so, yeah, I feel fortunate that I had something like that to provide and also not get in the way of what I ultimately wanted to do. It was a shit job, literally, picking up dog poop and stuff like that. But but it taught me a lot, and it was a very humbling time and helped me keep my head down and stay focused, and it made me want it that much more. So yeah, it was just during that time that I wrote Runaway and became a radio single. It was a top 10 song on the radio, my very first cut. So that was awesome, man. And then I signed, 2 years after that, I started writing songs with a producer named Brett Beavers, songwriter-producer named Brett Beavers. He produced and wrote a bunch of the Dierks Bentley #1 smashes. And he and I hit it off, and we started writing a bunch of songs. And then I told him I wanted to be an artist, too. And so he cut some sides on me as an artist, and we signed, took those into different label meetings, and ultimately Mercury Records offered me a record deal, and that was in 2011. Wow. And they put me to work right away. I started doing radio tour that January. I signed in December and went to radio tour in January. And that summer I toured with Sugarland, and it didn't all work out right away. Like the very first single we shipped was called We Got Us, and it didn't even break the top 40. So it was really heartbreaking to have all this like excitement in the building for what I was doing, and then we ship it and it doesn't work. And so I went back to the drawing board, and during that time, the guy who signed me stepped down, and Mike Dungan came in because Capitol merged with UMG, and so I had to kind of like reintroduce myself to the new guy and get him on my side, and we hit it off really quick and easy, so that was fortunate. But the next single we shipped was Love You Like That, and that went #1, and it was like the biggest breakout song of 2015. So
wow,
it was super cool, man.
That's awesome, cool. Man. No, it's cool, and I want to talk more about working, the radio thing. I don't think a lot of people understand, so we'll talk more about that in a little bit. But all right, Andrew, you ready? Yes. All right, everybody give it up for Andrew Mathews singing a song, Rhythm Every Touch.
I met you in the dark. Neither of us knew where to start. There was a spark. Hello, beautiful. Where are you from? Tell me your favorite things, your hopes and dreams, your morning routine. My heart's beating to the rhythm of your touch almost too much, and I can't get enough. It's just us. Let the world combust. Drunk on your scent and I'll never sober up. Hey. Eyes so blue, they light up this whole room. I forget my words, but you always know what to do, don't you? My heart's beating to the rhythm of your touch almost too much, and I can't get enough. It's just us. Let the world combust. Drunk on your scent and I'll never sober up. it's real and I don't know what it means. It falls so deep, I'm scared to death that I'll break everything. But still, my heart's beating to the rhythm of your touch almost too much, and I can't get enough. It's just us, let the world combust. Drunk on your sand and I'll never sober up. Hey.
Andrew Mathews.
Thank you.
Absolutely. How you doing, man?
Good, how you doing?
Good. Where are you from?
I'm from Oregon originally, but I drove up from Daytona Beach yesterday.
Oh my gosh, man. Thank you so much for making the trip. You move that mic stand out of the way so we can see your beautiful face.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know if they want that.
So Daytona Beach, you what's it like there, man? What's the music scene like there?
Yeah, so technically I live in Port Orange, but nobody knows what that is. I'm in
Okay.
Daytona, but I play around mostly DeLand. That's where most of the music is. It's a lot of festivals, tourists. You know, if you're at a farmer's market or whatever, you got a guy playing there. I've done some of that stuff, and then play a lot of open mics. But I've been spending a lot of time. I've only been doing this for 2 years, really, so I've been trying to write a ton. And you know, I've written about 100 songs, and the ones I started with aren't like the ones now. And
Of course.
you know, next year they'll be better than they are this year. You know?
I love that, man. No, that's what it's all about. What so do you do music full time or do you have another job?
No, I'm a assistant manager in a fulfillment warehouse, so I got a pretty. In fact, most of the time I've been doing this, I've been doing crazy jobs that take all my time, 50, 60 hours a week, and then, you know, when I get done, this is my escape for the most part.
What's the Fillmore House? Is that what you said?
What's that?
You're an assistant manager where?
Oh, fulfillment. So people buy
fulfill-
stuff online, we ship it out to them.
Oh, fulfillment. I thought you said the Fillmore House. Fulfillment House.
Yeah.
You driving a
Gotcha.
fork?
Oh yeah. We do. I got the electric, the propane, all of it. You know, I've been doing that for my whole life. So.
Very cool, man. Man, I think so. Did you write that song by yourself?
Yeah, I write all my songs by myself.
Cool. I think it's one of the same notes I have for Reese. Just, you know, I think you need to get in with some songwriters here in Nashville or wherever, really. I mean, you can maybe find some where you're from, but I think co-writing is going to help you a ton. And then I think this is just something I think you're newer to singing, but the enunciation of your words, the teeth, the lips, the tip of the tongue, unique New York, all that bullshit, like that, you need to work on that. And it's so I struggled with it very, very much early on in my career, and having a vocal coach help with that stuff, like, I know it sounds stupid, but you can do it on YouTube for free. Like, you can find some videos and just, because I had a little bit of trouble hearing what you were saying, and I know that it was meaningful, so I want to hear what you have to say. But that's kind of notes I have. What do you think, man?
I agree with that to a degree, but also I think it's charming too that, you know, it is what it is.
For sure.
And so there's like a uniqueness there to the way you pronounce.
There's a fine line too.
Yeah,
like,
there's a
I
fine
want to
line.
hear
Yeah,
it. I want to
that's
hear what
right.
you're saying, but in a cool way.
Yeah.
I just had some tense issues, like past and present. It was kind of dancing in back and forth between what happened and what's happening, and I was kind of confused at times about like where we were in the story, and then also in the chorus you're rhyming us with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to look back at it.
Yeah, it's like the last two lines of the chorus, I think.
Wait, hold on.
Unless
'cause,
I'm hearing you wrong.
you might be hearing me wrong. So it's just us. Let the world combust. That's the line.
Combust.
Okay. Yeah. I just didn't enunciate.
To your
You're right.
point, it
Austin's
was-
right. Austin's right.
Yeah, so I thought you were saying let the world come to us.
Same.
So I thought you were rhyming us with us. So forget my note. But yeah, pronounce that a little better. Combust. Okay, cool. So yeah, man, I mean, honestly, you've only been doing it 2 years and you wrote that by yourself. I liked the chorus. I think the hook could be stronger at the end of the chorus, but by the time you sang it the third time, I was like kind of vibing on the chorus itself. I thought it was cool.
For sure. And I like the way that you, in the first verse, the way that you said things, you didn't try to, you let it breathe, the verses.
Yeah,
it
I like
was
that
really
too.
cool. It felt like.
But
like
I wanted it to rhyme.
For sure.
There was
But
a missing rhyme for me.
Your melody choices though were good. So it's like a fine line of.
Yeah.
I think you had a little bit of that Sam Hunt thing where it's like that you say cool. The way you say things is just cool. And so I think, you know, it's, again, you're figuring it out. You're 2 years in. Like, these are all notes that if you're in Nashville, they're going to tell you, like, hey, I like this, don't like this. Actually, that's bullshit. Everybody in Nashville is going to tell you you're awesome and you're the best. And that's the biggest, I hate that. Like, you know what I mean? Because how are you supposed to get better?
Yeah.
How are you supposed to get better?
That's one of the, honestly, all the things, you know, I was looking forward to a lot of this, but the thing I was looking forward to the most was the real feedback, because all your friends tell you you're good. I'm like, I don't want to hear that. Like, anybody can say it's good. I mean, sure, it sounds pretty, but, you know, I'm trying to get better. And so I appreciate the feedback.
I appreciate you being coachable, because that's half the battle too. Is it's like, you know, you need to always try to get better. Like, nobody's, like you said, the first songs that you wrote, you look back and you laugh at them. Yeah. But I think what your friends see is they see the potential. They see that you have all the tools. Now you just need to kind of get those tools fixed a little bit better and put them all together. You know what I mean? Like, this town is not, unfortunately, it's the best of the best. Like, you are competing, and I hate to say that. It's like, it's music, it's art, it's your heart, it's your soul, but like, you are trying to be the best version of yourself so that, you know, other people can hear your gifts. And I think, man, the fact that you just said that, I think you're going to go very far.
Yeah, I love your attitude. I think that's everything. You know, that you're planning on your songs being better as you go. So keep it up, dude, and they will be.
Thank you.
What was that song about specifically, too?
Yeah, so, I was 19 years old and back in Oregon, and my entire life had just fallen apart. And it's kind of young to have that happen, but it's happened to me enough times that now I know I can do it. I can always bounce back, you know. But I was in a dark place. My whole family fell apart, and we got back together later. But there was some mental health issues in the family so I moved back to my hometown where they filmed The Goonies. That's Astoria, Oregon, and I met a girl. And you know, the first time I saw her, it was one of those moments where you go, "Holy crap!" But also, she never even looked at me, you know, twice. She approached me, you know, not right away, but. That was the first girl I ever fell in love with. And I was, you know, when I write my songs, I try and think of a moment, like a specific moment, and try and just, you know, I could write a song about a 10-year span, but if I could write a song about a 10-minute span, you know, if you can, there's a lot there in 5 minutes even of a life experience. And, you know, I guess just trying to convey that emotion out is my musical, that's my lifetime musical goal, is to one day eventually the reality of what was in my chest, I want that in someone else's chest. And I'm not there yet, but I want to be, you know, and so and also, you know, I want the world to know that love is still alive right now, and that we're all worthy of it, you know, and it gets hard out there, but we need each other, and we need love.
Yeah,
man.
Well, I'm not going to take any credit, but that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm not going to take any credit, but I want you to go home and I want you to write the song Love is Still Alive. And you also said something else that I just forgot, but it was so good. And it was my heart, something about your heart being out of your chest, like the...
what's in my chest? You talking about what I said or what I sung?
I don't know. Go back and watch this. You said something, and it was...
Said it? I want what's in my chest to be in someone else's chest.
Something like that. Yeah. But there's a
way to say it.
There's something. It was after that, but
okay.
it was about that. And I think there was a title I heard.
I'm gonna watch it back.
Yeah. You said a title. You'll find it. But man, I think my next question for you is what was that moment for you that was you said your family kind of just.
Yeah. So you know, I don't like telling my family's business, you know, but you know, I said, Mom, I love you very much, but like negating what I just said. But back then, she had some undiagnosed mental disorders, and you know, I'll say this, she had a hard life, and I hope that one day she can, you know, heal from that. She has come a long way. I'm amazed by her every day as far as she's come. But back then, it was hard. It was hard for the whole family, and you know, I got some other, you know, my younger brother has got a lot of mental health issues, and you know, there's no instruction book on that. You just try and do the best you can. But she went back to Georgia. She's from Brunswick, Georgia, and we were living in the Pacific Northwest. And I was living with my stepdad. House got foreclosed. That was during the '08 housing crash. And then then he couldn't keep me, so I ended up just kind of couch hopping a little bit. And my dad, I was so young and stupid that I didn't even think to tell my dad that it had happened. He lived on the coast, and he found out about it. He came and got me. And that's when I started working at retail. Home Depot is where I started working. And that's where I met that girl. And she'll watch this. I'm sure she will. But I don't know. We got a weird relationship. We talk
I love
sometimes.
you, bro. You have such a light inside of you, man, and everything you're saying is so wise and profound. So like I have no doubt that your songs are gonna speak to people, and it's definitely resonating with me. Just your spirit, and so keep it up, man.
Thank you.
Man, I want you to do something over the next few months. I want you to not try to write a hit song. I want you to not try to write something that you think is going to impress your buddies or something that's going to impress fans. I want you to write that moment that your family fell apart. I want you to write the moment that your mom was dealing with stuff, your brother's dealing with stuff. These are all different songs, and I want you to go there, and it's going to be very, very hard, okay? One of my biggest songs that I've ever put out was a song that I wrote about my parents' divorce. It took me 8 years to write. It was not an easy song to write.
Yeah.
I want you to go there because I know you can, and I want you to write those songs. And I think that it's going to be very healing, but I think it's also going to be something for you and nobody else that nobody can take away. And so that's my challenge for you. And when you do that, I want you to come back on the show, and I want you to sing your favorite one.
You got it.
All right.
That's a done deal.
All right, man.
Done
Well, you do. You have a light. Everybody give it up for Andrew Mathews.
Thank you.
Awesome. You're a good dude, man. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming, brother. Appreciate you. What a cool dude. I love it. I love it. All right. We got some names in the bucket, and we got another name in the hat, even though he's been a bucket pull before.
Chris Shelby. Shelby. What up, dude? Come on down.
Chris has been on the show before.
Oh, cool.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
All right. For the artists in this room who dream about getting signed, what does a record label actually do for an artist?
Oh, man. Well, I feel like a record label is most valuable when the artist knows who they are and what they bring to the table. If that's not figured out, a label can be very frustrating. And I speak from experience. But I think when an artist comes to a record deal knowing what they want out of it, knowing their strengths, the parameters of what they're willing to be and not be, and a label get behind that, it's the most powerful support system you can imagine. It's amazing. And they help you achieve your goals, and they've got the means to do that. So it's the greatest thing when those things are figured out together. And so it's a unison thing that has to be figured out on the artist's behalf first, So yeah, I mean, it was great for me. It was also kind of like my Achilles heel at times, because I have been in different seasons as an artist where I felt very lost. So I can say on this side of it, it's like, just know who you are going into it. That's the most important thing.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, what did you take from that? But that's awesome, and that's why I challenge, and Andrew and some of these artists on the show to write those songs that are true to them, because that helps you figure out who you are as an artist, right? Like, you got to kind of deal with some personal stuff first and figure out those things before you can have a whole team. And I mean, then you're thrown out on the road and you're playing all these shows, and like everything that you struggled with before just compounds.
Yeah, bro. 100%.
And it's I never signed a record deal. I signed a deal. I guess it was like a independent kind of thing. But I did radio tour, and I did all the big shows and everything. And it's like, if you know what you want, you're gonna get it. But if you think that other people are gonna
Help
give
you.
you that dream,
Yeah,
it's never gonna happen.
Yeah,
and that's
I
kind of I
agree.
think what I thought is like, oh, maybe these people will like help me figure out what I need to figure out.
Right. Well, it's tricky too, especially now because you're just literally as an artist now. Even when you sign a deal, I think the labels are mostly waiting for a song to raise its hand and go viral, and so
They're not taking chances anymore.
well, it's just hard on the artist to kind of remain true to who they are, I guess, and to a degree. If you were literally just taking shots and hope, and waiting for something to stick, and I feel like you could get really lost doing that and pander all across the spectrum of, well, that didn't work, let's try this over here, versus just stay true, do me. This is what I bring to the table. This is who I am. This is what I want to say and how I want to say it. I think eventually that will pop,
but
because
it's lonely.
What's that?
It's lonely.
But it is lonely. And if you don't know who you are, my point is just trying to make something work in a world of virality can be a scary, slippery slope. So just know who you are, man. That's the bottom line. Know
100%.
who you are.
100%. I love that. All right. Chris, you ready?
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right. Everybody give it up for Chris Shelby singing Tennessee Without Me.
I've been lying around the house lately, trying to figure out where life may take me. All these dreams I had, oh, I hope they come true. My lady said she's breaking up with me. I watched her pack her bags and leave, and maybe this is what God's plan for me. Picked up a 6-string and wrote a tune, had me crying all damn afternoon. But if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be writing these love songs. And baby, please don't come back to me. I wanna write a few more songs beneath this big old tree, and I don't know where you're going. From me, I have a feeling that you're going down to Tennessee. She's driving down the interstate, listen to the radio play all day. But what she doesn't know is my song's coming on next. It's a song I wrote about our love, a song I wrote all about us and how we were meant to be. But damn, I was wrong. Baby, please don't come back to me. I wanna find someone who'd rather put up a fight than leave. And I don't know where you're going. Is it far from me? Songs. And when you step in a bar, I hope you see on the wall pictures of me promoting all my shows in your damn town. It was clear to see you were over me, but I knew you'd go to Tennessee without me. Baby, please don't come back to me. I wanna find someone who'd rather put up a fight than leave. I don't know where you're going, is it far from me? I have a feeling that you went down to Tennessee.
Chris Shelby, everybody.
Thank you.
How you doing, man?
Good, you, man?
Good, good.
Happy to be
tell
here.
tell us about that song.
Yeah, so that song is...
Move that mic stand, by the way, too. Always gets in the way of the shot. There we go.
Perfect. So that song, I had a relationship for like 7 years, and that's actually the second song I ever wrote about 3 years ago. And that's what kind of started my whole writing career, was that song, because I didn't really know I could write music until that song. I had a girlfriend break up with me. I was living up north at the time. I'm from Massachusetts. And I was just in my feels one day, and I sat down and I said, you know, she's going to go somewhere, and I'm going to start playing music. And hopefully one day she just can't go anywhere without me, because wherever she's going, she's going to be hearing me on the radio, and she just physically can't go anywhere without me.
I like that as the title. I feel like that might be the title. That might be better than Tennessee Without Me, right? Just 2 cents. Keep going.
But yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It was just typical heartbreak song. So
Cool. You said you wrote it 3 years ago. How's your music kind of evolved and changed over the last few years?
It's crazy. I moved here about 6 months ago, but I was on your show. I was on this show about a year ago, and I remember my first time ever in Nashville was sitting on this stage. And you were one of the big reasons why I actually moved down here, because you were
dude.
You're like, I'm not telling you to do it, but, and then Tyler Rich was like, well, you're going to move down here. So I was like, all right, I guess I will. But I started co-writing a lot, and I wrote that by myself. But once I started co-writing, obviously you have different minds in the room, and you would take songs in different directions, lyrically. Concepts are a lot, different. Some things that you just didn't think you could even think of. Someone else comes to the room and they say, hey, man, what do you about this concept? And it really gets you to think differently. I think a lot of my songs that I'm writing now and that are coming out pretty soon are lyrically better, but still got the same vibe vocally. I think that's the biggest thing, is being in co-writes.
For sure. And this is perfect transition for the artists earlier who I said, I say it over and over, co-write.
Absolutely.
And it sounds stupid to say, but how has co-writing changed? You mentioned it a little bit, but explain to maybe some artists who think I'm full of shit, how co-writing has changed your songwriting.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I always thought that, I write the best when I was by myself, because I was in my own feelings and whatever. And I thought I was going to have a hard time getting into a room with people and expressing my feelings. Wrong. You can go to a room and you can completely tell these people, if you're writing on a feeling, you can totally bring it to the table. And other people in the room are also going to feed off of your feelings, and they have crazy ideas too, and that's going to bring out their feelings. So I think, my biggest thing is, don't be afraid to write with anybody. Just write with everyone you can. Don't really say no. There's some people that you're just not going to vibe with writing with. There's going to be some people that you're just going to be like, those are my people. And, I'm starting to learn that. But I also am just open to write with everybody, because you never know who in that room could, you could be writing a hit. That's the biggest thing I've learned. And just get in rooms with people, It doesn't matter if you don't write a song. Sometimes you write 2 verses, and sometimes you write a chorus, don't even write anything else. But there's still an idea on the table that you can finish later. So I think, just if you're not writing with other people and you're afraid to, don't be afraid. Just do it, because it will definitely open up a lot of avenues of ideas and really good songwriting.
I love it. What'd you think, man?
Yeah, man. I like your passion. I feel like you're singing with your heart, which is awesome.
thank you.
And you got some cool edge to your voice, which is cool as well. There was a couple tense issues for me. You said my lady. You were talking about my lady as in third person, and then you're saying you directly to her, and so there's just like a little bit of cleaning up to do with that. I'm a stickler for that kind of thing, just keeping it consistent.
Absolutely.
And I think you rhymed me with me a couple times as well. So just like, make sure you I would just go back through and just kind of look through and see where you can soup up some of the lines and maybe just make sure you're coming up with new rhymes. But yeah, I mean, I think that, like I said, I like how you have, it feels like it's coming from here, which is great, and that's where the best songs come from too.
Absolutely.
So when it's the right song with that heart behind it, it's going to be a good combination.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, I'm pumped to hear the new stuff that you're writing, and I think that the fact that you moved here and this show has helped inspire you to do that is really, really special to me because it's really cool to hear you say that. So thank you for listening to what we have to say, because it's not me, it's the people that come on this show that are just so talented and have been there and done that. And I for an artist like yourself to listen to that feedback and go all in on your future is exciting. So I'm very excited for you, and I'm
thank you so
proud
much.
of you. I'm proud of you, dude.
Thank you,
I'm really proud
Thank
of you.
you, man.
And I think you said one thing tonight that I hope everybody takes is like, write with everybody. And I know it sounds like you're gonna have awful rights. I promise you.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's gonna be brutal.
Yep.
But you don't have to write with them again.
Yeah.
You don't have to write with them again. But you will learn something. You will learn what to do and what not to do in a write, and then you're gonna take something from it, like you mentioned. So, yeah, man, you're doing the right thing. You're on the right path. Just keep going. And my personal advice, I think that song is, I don't even know if it's you anymore. Like I think it's maybe something that means a lot to you as a song. But I feel like your best stuff is yet to come, and I'm excited for that stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited. Actually, I have a song dropping Friday. So
let's go.
You'll be hearing,
Let's go.
hearing some new stuff on Friday.
What's it called? Plug it.
You want to play it?
Well, no, plug it. Plug it for.
I was gonna say. It's called Whiskey Talking.
Nice.
It's called Whiskey Talking, and it's exactly what you may think it sounds like, but I'm not going to tell you because you're just going to have to go listen to it on Friday and see. But
I love
it's
it.
called Whiskey
I love
Talking, and it's out on Friday everywhere you stream your music. So
Hell yeah. All right, man. Well, Chris, thanks for coming on, brother.
No,
I'm excited
absolutely.
for
Thank
you.
you for
Thank
having
you
me,
so
man.
much. Give it up for Chris Shelby, everybody. Come on. Good to see you, brother. All right, we got the bucket. Anybody else want to put their name in the bucket? Last call for the bucket. Come on, this is basically our open mic. If you wanna put your name in the bucket and perform, this is your chance. Mikey, you ready? Let's get the name out of the bucket. Here we go. Come on. Oh yeah, we got some names in here. If you pull Luke Bryan, he's not here.
All right. John D. Neal.
John D. Neal.
In the house.
This guy's the
Come
luckiest
on
bucket
down,
pull in the world.
John, let's go.
This guy's gotten pulled from the bucket like probably more than anybody in the history.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
unreal. He's lucky. All right, man. So you had a record deal with Universal. You've had the team behind you. Now you're independent. You have the creative freedom to kind of do what you want. Can you explain to somebody out there that's feeling like they want to get a record deal, kind of the freedom you have now as an independent artist to do what you want?
Yeah, I think I've just wanted different things at different times. I wanted a record deal early on because I felt like I wanted to be on the radio, and I was in a season of life where I was willing to do whatever it took. I was okay with being gone and on the road nonstop and just grinding it out and making it work. And then just over the course of my time on the road and just being gone so much, not only did I start to kind of like lose my way a little bit creatively, but I also felt like I just needed to step away and kind of find myself again. And in doing that, I no longer wanted to go be a slave to the road anymore at that level and be gone all the time. So now that I don't have a major label behind me, it's bittersweet because I don't have the hand pushing me through and the powerful support system that a label is. But I also enjoy not having to be gone all the time, and I enjoy just being home with my family and writing songs and releasing music on at my own pace. So, it's a trade-off. But at this stage in life, it's working well. That's not to say that, in the future I might not get back with a label and try it all over again. I don't know what the future holds, but I feel like this is where God has me now, and I'm grateful to be where I'm at.
I love that. No, that's very, very cool to hear. And, I think, too, a lot of times artists, I'm glad that you say you stepped away a little bit. In that moment that you stepped away, what did you learn about yourself?
That I'm an idiot because I asked if I could leave one of the most powerful record labels in town. Wow. I didn't get dropped. I just felt super lost and really kind of just jaded, honestly. And I went into Mike Dungan's office and I said, dude, I'm lost. I don't even know if I want this anymore. Can I leave? And he was like, really? I was like, yeah, I don't know what I want anymore. And I was like, I know that sounds crazy, but I just kind of need to find myself. And he gave me his blessing. And I've regretted that at different times. But moral of the story is it was the right move for me as a human. Had I just kept going, I don't know what kind of path I would have ended up on, to be honest with you. I was not a very happy person at the time where you thought, or I thought, you would think I would be the happiest person ever. I was living the dream. I had hit songs on the radio and was touring and playing all the biggest shows and festivals, and all the while just really unhappy. So had I stayed on that path, I'm not sure that I'd be here today. So I'm thankful that it took me having to walk away from something that was really shiny and pretty, because in the end, I did find what makes me happy, and my identity is not wrapped up in the success of my music. And I was totally trying to find my identity in the success of my music at that time, and that made me a very lonely, unhappy, unfulfilled person. So on this side of it, man, just knowing my worth, it has nothing to do with my music. I've got it tattooed on my arm. It's from a hymn. It says, 2 wonders here that I confess, my worth and my unworthiness. And this always reminds me that my worth is not in what I own. My worth is bought and paid for by the blood of Jesus. That's what I believe. And so, and my music is an expression of what I believe, and not just designed to be something that's a money-making opportunity. Music can make you money. Music can open doors. Music can give you joy, and it does that for me. But at the end of the day, my music is not supposed to be for the purpose of making myself bigger, at least in my heart and my mission now. My music is designed to be an open door for, like what our buddy Andrew was saying, that love is still alive, that kindness is the greatest gift. And I try to lead with those things now. And as a result, living my life that way, I feel like I'm writing the best music and more fulfilled doing that. So,
dude, I'm so excited for you, man. That is
thanks,
awesome.
brother.
No, you're in a really good place, man. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. It's all a journey. All right. John D, back again, dude. This guy
Trying not to get nervous sitting up here with a couple of my heroes.
unbelievable.
Man.
This guy freaking
It's
is the
freaking
bucket just master.
Four times, and I think I've been here 5.
Yeah. Some people
but I've
come-
watched so many of this podcast, and they're all so. It's really inspiring stuff that you're doing, and you're giving us a platform that we wouldn't get. I've got a whole lot of love for what you're doing.
Oh, I saw what you did there.
Well, it's really cool that
Thanks, brother.
you mentioned your song "We Got Us." That it's like I was looking through your song titles and just trying to make a song out of it earlier today. And "We Got Us," it didn't do what you wanted it to, but it led to everything else, and you've learned a lot And I'm excited for the other questions that you're going to get to about radio stuff. And
Hell yeah, man.
Gonna
All right,
try
what
to
are you
not-
what are you singing for us?
going to try to not get nervous whenever I play this, but this is one of the most real songs that I wrote, and it's just called 10 More Years. And I just don't want to be the same old me in 10 more years.
All right, let's hear it.
Been talking to myself, staring at the man in the mirror. I don't know what the city did, but now I'm seeing a little clearer how I can't stay in the same place, staying stuck in my old ways. Still got faith if I don't wait, I could start all over again. What if I gave it all I had? Where could I be in 10 more years? Wouldn't have to get mad when I'm looking back. I'd start facing all my fears. I'm willing to become or be more like someone she'd never leave. 'Cause I don't wanna see 10 more years of this me. All the lines have been drawn. I'm at a crossroads in my mind. One way leads to where I've been, the other to a better life. A younger man with bigger plans, that's who I used to be. But I still have faith and I won't wait. I'll be who I'm supposed to be. What if I gave it all I had? Where could I be in 10 more years? Wouldn't have to get mad when I'm looking back, start facing all my fears. I'm willing to become or be more like someone she'd never leave. 'Cause I don't wanna see 10 more years of this me, doing the same old thing. Don't wanna see 10 years of broken dreams. It took decades to change a thing. That I should've run or I would've stayed. For more family time I'd waste. What if I gave it all I had? Where could I be in 10 more years? Wouldn't have to get mad when I'm looking back, start facing all my fears. I'm willing to become and be more like someone she'd never leave. 'Cause I don't wanna see 10 more years of this me, not changing a thing.
Sean D Neal, everybody. All right. Well, I asked the same question, but tell us about that song. What does that mean to you specifically?
That song means I want to keep doing what I'm doing, but I don't want to do it the same way. And what we do so often, it's not about us. And I mean, that's why you go through the grind of touring or playing cover gigs or working a job you hate so that you can put more money into your music. And I've chose to live the dream, and I've been here for coming up on 8 years.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
Thank you, man.
I
feel like it needs 4 more lines, and so if you guys want to co-write,
Why do you think it needs 4 more lines?
Well, just the bridge. It's
the bridge.
The bridge. I feel like there's room for more.
Well, I just think the perspective is great. A lot of people can relate to that. A lot of people want to get out of the funk,
Yeah.
and be the best version of themselves. And I think you said that in a really relatable way. Especially the way the second verse started. It was super concise, and like the crossroads thing I thought it was really well crafted. And that's a message I can get behind and pull for, and I think you did it well.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I'll give you a quick note that I don't want songwriter credit on at all, but I think 10 more years of this me is too wordy. I think it's 10 more years of me. I think I would take out the this, and it says actually what you're trying to say.
I think that's the way it's written down, but I just have a habit.
Well, you screwed it up.
I have a habit of singing this me.
Yeah. I think it's 10 more years of me, and it becomes more personal too. Like, I don't want to see 10 more years of me. Yeah. That's what you're trying to say. Yeah. And it's more concise. It sings better. It's a better hook, in my opinion.
And I like your voice too. It feels really honest. And I know you were nervous, but it worked in your favor, I thought. Sweet. Just because it's a vulnerable song to begin with, what you're saying. So it helped sell the vulnerability. So good job, dude.
Thank you, man.
He's Willie Nelson's cousin.
He's got a lot of different looks. Yeah.
Yeah. Every time you come up here, you look different, dude. What the hell? You're like the master of disguise. Were you running from the cops or something?
Nope.
Yeah.
Just trying to find who I am as an artist.
Right. 2 questions for you, since the song is called 10 More Years of Me. In the last 10 years, what are you most regretful about, and what do you want from the next 10 years?
Yeah, because you said somebody that she wouldn't leave. What is that all about?
I was trying not to get into that, but it's always about a girl, right? And so I got to live a great love story, and she ended up leaving because she watched me not change and not grow up in the ways that women need you to at times.
So that's what you're most regretful about over the last 10 years?
I'm regretful that any woman would think that, because I'm a catch. But
okay. And what are you looking forward to for the next 10 years?
Freedom to chase my dreams and write my own love stories.
What does that mean to you?
That means that I want to be a storyteller, and I feel called to be an artist. And so finding ways to do that and it not feel selfish while I'm chasing a dream that is selfish, to continue doing artistry.
But you're single, right? So you have
Definitely,
that freedom. Yeah, man, it's not selfish at all then. You're at a time in life where you can do that, and you don't have to run it by anybody else, or you don't have anybody else to take care of except your dream. So go do it, dude.
I'm single until that girl I was with on the 4th of July is ready to date me.
Man, you're funny, dude. My last thing I'm gonna leave you with, because you've had a lot of different looks, you've had a lot of different songs, you've sang different styles on this show. I felt like this was the most you, and I want you to chase that instead of trying to, throw shit at the wall and see what works. I think it's you got to be wise. You have a wise voice, and so a lot of your songs and lyrics need to be wise. That song you sang last time about the Broadway and fast cars, it didn't feel like you. It felt like something you were chasing on the radio, and it just didn't feel like something you wanted to say. It felt like somebody you were trying to be. Does that make sense?
Definitely.
So I would try to be more like this song that you sang. So, man, I think it needs a little tweaking and stuff. So I'm gonna put it on the roster, but I think that you're on the right path, if that means anything. And I think you're finding yourself through this show and working through the kinks, and that's awesome to see, man.
I'll keep supporting the show, and I'll send it to you when it's done.
Thank you. Keep coming on here. Keep trying. Keep just fighting the good fight, brother. I'm excited for the next 10 years.
Y'all buy a hat.
Thanks, man. John D Neal, everybody. Come on. All right.
Christine Hebdon.
Christine
Hebdon. Christine, come on down.
All right. I think
Where
Christine's
is she?
here, right?
Is she here?
Okay, she's here.
She's coming. Oh, here she comes. Hey, Christine.
All right.
Come on up here.
If you die tomorrow and all of your songs go with you, but you get to leave one song behind, what is that song?
Jeez. God. That's a big question, dude. Oh, man. I don't know. Lord. Shoot.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like the song that people have been most like moved by in my career, or at least like the feedback I've gotten from shows, is Bronco, which was the title track of my first album. Bronco is a very like vivid memory of losing my brother. When I was a kid, he died in a car accident, and he was driving his Ford Bronco, and that's what the song is all about. And it's full of very real memories and real pictures. And even to this day, when I sing it, there's certain lines in that song that I have a hard time getting through, just because it still feels so real. It's been a song that's been so cathartic for me and my family. So I would leave that one behind, because I think so many people have related to loss, and at the same time found healing through that message. So I think if I had to leave one, it would be that one.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
How old was your brother?
He was 16, man. It was his first summer driving. And it was just, it was just, it was a windy, narrow road, and he was driving one of those Bronco 2s, and they were really top heavy, and he got a front tire off the edge of the road and overcorrected, and it flipped, and it was over like that.
What's the age difference between you guys?
He was 5 years older than me. Wow. Or let's see, 5 years older.
So you looked up to him.
Oh yeah,
you were 11.
Yeah, I was 11. He was my hero for sure.
Do you have any other siblings?
Yeah, I'm one of 6 actually.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 boys and 1 girl.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, my parents were crazy.
Unreal.
We have 2, and we're like, what were you guys
was the
thinking?
girl last or what?
No, well they were gonna. That's what it was supposed to be, and then they had a surprise bonus boy at the end. So there's like a 15-year spread, man, which is crazy. But it was a really, really tight family, and we still are. Super, super loyal, but also like just tempers run super hot in my family, and we have really big feelings. There's always drama, just like in every family, I'm sure. But that one pivotal story is what, as devastating as it was, it's also what has kept us close all these years. Just because I feel like when you go through trauma with somebody else, that's an eternal bond, and we'll see my brother again. He just beat us there. He just beat us up to heaven, and so we have that to look forward to, and we'll all be together again, and we're stoked about that.
That's awesome, man. Thank you for sharing that with us. I know there's a lot of people that deal with hard stuff and go through terrible things, but your music and a lot of music brings us all together. So
cool,
appreciate
man.
you, man.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Man, all right. Who do we have here? Oh, I wrote it down. Christine. Hebdon, is that how you pronounce it?
Hebdon, yeah.
Hebdon, all right. What are you singing for us?
I'm singing a song called Vintage Girl that I wrote.
Vintage Girl? All right. Everybody give it up for Christine Hebdon singing her song, Vintage Girl.
Bleeding Barbie playlist playing in my soul. I'm unbreakable, trained in unfazable. I got that plastic smile on my face. Don't let them see the pain, the pain. Oh, 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 I'm a little vintage girl. Smile on perfect curls. You're such a doll, darling. I'm stuck in this life of guarding, and it takes a toll. Don't get too emotional. I'm a little vintage girl. Don't let them clutch their pearls. The promises he made me believe are from a dream. I'll treat you right. He smirked and he schemed. I got that plastic smile on my face. Gotta hope this is just a phase, a phase. little vintage girl, don't let them clutch their pearls. I'm so stupid, I don't know how I let it get this bad. Now I'm wounded with bigger marks, bigger cracks, torn into lacy rags. Will I ever be fixed?
Christine. Hebdon. Were you still playing?
Huh?
Sorry, were you still playing? I didn't
No.
know if I cut you
No,
off.
I wasn't.
Okay, you can take the mic off so we can hear you. Christine, where are you from?
I'm from Virginia.
Oh, you said that. Sorry. Awesome. Tell us about the song.
Well, the song, so I went through a breakup. You know, I know I'm young, but they happen. And he
Here,
was
take the mic off. Sorry, I just want to hear you better.
I don't.
There you go. There you go.
So I went through a breakup, and he was a really sucky guy, to be honest. And he broke up with me 2 days before I had to perform at this like big, like a showcase type of thing. And I really felt like I had to fake it for the audience instead of feeling what I really felt. And so that's what I wrote the song about, trying to fake it and be like a little vintage girl, because that's what my grandma calls me.
Oh.
What is vintage girl exactly? What does that mean?
It means kind of like, it's like somebody that's like trying to demean your feelings, like, oh, like you're just a little vintage girl type of thing.
Okay, got you. Who calls you that?
My grandma.
Is it in a demeaning way?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, oh, good. Okay.
How old are you?
I'm 14.
14. Oh my gosh. 14 years old. Amazing. Have you
Thank you.
been playing for a while or?
No, I mean, I've been singing and playing instruments my whole entire life since I was 4. I played the mandolin. But I just started the mandolin like 6 months ago. And when I was 4, I actually played the violin. Sorry.
Gotcha. 14 years old. Crazy. Okay. So, couple notes. You got to work on your vocals. It was out of key throughout the song, and I know you're 14, but that's you can figure it out. You can take vocal lessons online, whatever you need to do. That's fine. And then when you're playing the mandolin to that microphone, this is just performance stuff. You have a softer voice, and you are playing softer. You need to get that mic. Even if somebody sets it up for you, doesn't matter. This is your job to perform, right? So, by the way, I'm telling you advice that's going to help you in your life, all right? I'm not trying to beat you down or anything. Pull that mic closer to you,
Like right
to your mandolin, right up as close as you can get it. There you go. And I need your vocals to be right on that mic, because you sing softer, and you're gonna no matter where you play, you're gonna have sound guys struggling to get your levels right. So that's just a performance thing you learn over time. You're 14 years old. I don't expect you to know this, but you're gonna take this tonight, and you're gonna learn next time to do that. You got to be right up on it, singing right up on it, and playing right up on that mic as well. But what do you think, Canaan?
Yeah, I thought it was great that you were vulnerable. It was interesting to me because musically it was like a happy tune, but lyrically it was like very shut your feelings down. You're not allowed to feel anything. So that was like interesting because of that. I thought that was, not a bad thing. It's
That was my
pretty
goal,
cool.
actually.
Oh,
so
good.
thank you for saying that.
Yeah, cool. But it's also like, it was hard for me to like sing along to. There wasn't much of a melody that was memorable enough for me to be able to want to go back and play it and sing along to it. So if your goal is to, as an artist, for people to sing along, I would work on coming up with a melody that is more conducive to that. But if that's not your goal, then that's fine too, as is.
Who do you look up to?
I like a lot of artists like Sierra Hull. I'm actually seeing her tomorrow. and Sierra Farrell, a lot of bluegrass artists and stuff like that.
She's amazing. I love
Cool.
her.
Cool. So bluegrass is kind of your thing.
Yeah, I like to do bluegrass and classical vocals. That's when you were saying voice teachers, I was like, my voice teacher's going to kill me. She's going to have a talk with me about that. But yeah.
Well, it might have been the mandolin too. Like, it might not be in perfect tune, and so yeah. I mean, it
Totally.
It could be that as well. But yeah, I think overall, just like good job on saying how you feel. I think as a songwriter, that's one of our biggest goals is to say how we feel. And you shared a part of your story that was how you felt like nobody was allowing you to be in your feelings and having to mask them instead. And it was clever, the vintage girl thing. I didn't quite get it. That's why I had to ask you, what does that mean? But also there's a charm to like us having to figure stuff out sometimes as listeners. So take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, I think you did a great job.
Yeah, you're
Thank you
14.
so much.
I mean, keep playing the mandolin, keep getting better. I can't imagine getting on the stage when I was 14 years old, ever. It's crazy. It blows my mind. So it takes a lot of guts. So that part you already checked. Now it's just working on all the things to get you to that professional level. You know what I'm saying? So you're in high school?
I'm going into it.
You're going into high school. This is,
yeah,
oh,
pretty
no.
soon.
Oh, no. And you've already had a boyfriend?
Yeah, times have changed, man.
Pump the brakes, Christine.
Man.
Pump the brakes.
All right. What are you most excited about for high school?
I'm excited to drive.
Okay. What else?
I'm excited I'm going into a new choir. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I think just like learning and experiencing that, and also with being able to drive myself places, I can go to my own performances. I'm excited for that too.
Okay. All right. Well, Christine, thank you for coming on the show. Wish you
Thank
nothing
you so
but
much
the
for
best.
having me.
And give it up for Christine Hebdon. Come on.
Thank you.
All right, man. So we got a little rapid fire before we wrap this up. And by the way,
Cool.
thank you so much
Oh,
for doing this show. It's
Happy to be here, dude.
It's really,
I love what
really,
you're doing. This is a really cool format
Thanks, man.
for aspiring songwriters to be a part of and to get critical, like really good, honest feedback that will help them. Like that's a really strong platform you got here. So good job.
Thank you so much, man. No, it's cool, and I've looked up to you a lot of my career. Like I've seen you just from the very beginning. You've been somebody I've looked up to. So it's nice to have you on the show, brother.
Thanks, bro.
But man, I like a couple of these questions I ask everybody, but it's called Two Truths and a Lie, and it's not what you think. It's the two biggest truths that you stand by about Nashville or the music industry in general, and then also the biggest lie that you've been told.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hey, music is very powerful. I'd say that's true. I'd say there's also an intangible magic to a song actually resonating with people. That's another truth. I'd say a lie is that man. A lie about the music industry. I'm not sure. I feel like everybody's journey is different, so maybe just like the assumption that there's one way is a lie, I guess.
That's great. Oh, those are all great. Those are all things I've never heard too that I love.
Oh, cool.
I ask everybody on this show that question. That's amazing. One piece of advice: we had a lot of artists come up and perform, and there's a lot of artists that watch the show on YouTube. By the way, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's one way you can really help us out. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers, so hopefully we can get there. But if you're watching the show and you're an artist, songwriter, what's like something you would advise if you go to coffee with an artist? Like, what's the biggest piece of advice you can give through all the stages of your career, all the different things, like songwriting, having a record deal, not having a record deal, now having a single with Tyler Hubbard, like so many different things. Like, what advice do you have?
Oh, man. These are big questions, bro. I think, just try to try to be true and bring to the table the truest version of yourself. Because the world doesn't need more of the same. Everyone's so unique and has such an individual set of skills and gifts that if they do come to the table as themselves, then they're actually growing the ecosystem that is Nashville. And by this, also at the same time, I would say be willing to come to the table with an attitude that's ready to learn and grow, I still show up to a co-write every day knowing that I don't know it all. And I try to never think I'm the best because A, I'm not. And B, there's always something to learn from someone else. So yeah, man, take that for what it's worth.
I love that. I love it. And this could be about music or it could be just personal, but what was the best day of your life so far on this earth?
Oh, man. The birth of my children. We have two. We have Virginia Rose. She's 6.5, and my son Ramsey is 4.5. And I just, man, there's no way to put it into words, the gift that children are, and to be able to be a parent and see them every day just becoming just the most amazing little humans, and being fully aware of how everything I say, everything I do, every reaction, every look, every deep breath or exhale is sending them a message. And that's such a huge responsibility. And I ask for grace every day from God just because I want to do it well. And there's not a more important job, and there's not a greater gift. So yeah, the day that they were born was by far the best. And obviously finding my wife. I met her at the Dusty Armadillo in Rootstown, Ohio.
No way.
Yeah, bro. Yes, I did.
No
Yes,
way.
I did.
I played there. That's
Hell yeah.
That's finding love in a hopeless place, man.
Exactly, dude.
That is crazy.
It was crazy. It was indeed.
Wow.
But that was a light bulb moment for me. When I met her, it was like, whoa, what am I doing with my life? And why am I not just waiting for God to bring to me what he has instead of me trying to make things work on my own? So yeah, I'm a testimony to like him doing his thing. If I get out of the way, it always works out better.
That's awesome. That is so cool. Well, it's been a pleasure to have you, man. I really appreciate
brother.
you. Thank you to all the artists. I forgot to give these Kimes Ranch hats to all the performers. So if you didn't get one, please come see me after the show. We'll get you your Kimes Ranch hat. But man, Canaan Smith, I'm Austin Burke. This is the Playlisted Podcast. Thank you guys so much for coming out.
Thanks, buddy.